Alright guys, lesson 2, ratios and rates with fractions. So the first question is, how do we divide fractions? And there's a little trick to this. It's called keep, change, and then flip. Okay, so if we look at this first one, we're going to keep the same number the same, the first number the same, change the sign to multiplication, and flip the next fraction. Okay, any whole number is over 1. So now you can just multiply straight across, and you get 20 over 1, or 20. Okay, same thing for the next one. We'll keep this first number the same, change the sign, and flip the fraction. I'm going to put this 6 over a 1. 6 times 5 is 30 over 4. Okay, this isn't going to simplify to be a nice number, so I'm just going to leave it as a fraction like that. Learning targets, I can solve problems about ratios and fractions and decimals. So, example, a car is traveling at 8.5 kilometers per 7 minutes. How far does it travel in 1 minute? And then how far does it travel in 100 minutes? So, I'm going to show you this method that I call the butterfly method. So I'm going to need to set up 2 lines with an equal sign in between. So, 8.5 kilometers over 7 minutes. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out in 1 minute, how far does it go? So now you multiply across, so from here to here, so it's 8.5 times 1. Okay, whatever that equals, you divide it by the other number, so divide it by 7. So 8.5 times 1 is 8.5. 8.5 divided by 7 is rounded 1.2 kilometers. So that's how far it travels in 1 minute. So now that I know that it travels that far in 1 minute, I can take 1.2 and multiply it by 100 to get how far it goes in 100 minutes. And you'll get it goes 120 kilometers. Alright, looking at the next example, Lynn ran 2 3/4 a mile in 2/5 of an hour, and Noah ran 8 2/3 of a mile in 4/3 of an hour. Who is running faster? Okay, so we are going to do this in 2 separate parts. So I'm going to put Lynn over here, and we're going to set up a fraction bar for her, and then we're going to put Noah over here with a fraction bar. Okay. So, I'm going to change these fractions into, the first fraction into an improper fraction. So, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So, 11 over 4 is the miles. And then 2/5 is the hours. And I want to know in 1 hour, how far do they go? Okay. So this will give me how far they go in an hour. And then for Noah, I'm going to do the same thing. So 8 times 3 is 24, plus 2 is 26 over 3 miles in 4/3 of an hour. And I want to know in 1 hour, how far does he go? Okay, so now I'm going to take 4 over 11 times 1 divided by 2/5 to get how fast or how far they went in 1 hour. So 11 over 4 times 1 is 11 over 4. And then I'm going to divide it. So when I divide it by 2/5, okay, divide it by 2 over 5. So 2 over 5 divided by 2 over 5 is 6.875 miles per hour. Okay, so, and for Noah, we're going to do the same thing just with his number. So 26 over 3 times 1 divided by 4 over 3. Okay. 26 over 3, and then I get 6.66 miles per hour. Or miles per the hour. Yep, miles per hour. So, the one that has the faster speed is Lynn. Lynn is running at a faster speed. Okay, so for the practice, it says Emma runs at 4 1/8 of a mile in 2/3 of an hour, and Olivia runs 5 1/7 miles in 5/4 of an hour. What are their speeds, and who is running faster? If you notice in the problem above, we ended up taking how far they were going and dividing it by the time. So distance divided by time gives you your rate. So we're going to do the same thing here instead of doing the little butterfly method. So 4 1/8 divided by 2/3. Okay, we learned earlier the keep, change, flip thing. So I'm going to turn this into an improper fraction. So 4 times 8 is 32. So plus 1 is 33/8. So we keep that the same. Change the sign and flip the fraction. So now we multiply straight across. So we get 99/16 simplifies to 6.19. We're going to do the same thing for Emma. For Olivia. This was Emma. And Olivia was 5 1/7 divided by 5/4. So 5 times 7, 35, plus 1 is 36/7. Change the sign, flip the fraction. Okay, 7 times 5 is 35. 36 times 4 is 144. So we're going to divide 144 by 35, and we get 4.11. So Emma is running faster than Olivia because her speed is